Are you ready to live your dream? Motivation, inspiration, and passion. That's what it takes to make dreams come true. Welcome to the Nadia Sahari Show. Our guests will share important tips, insights, and knowledge to help you fulfill your dreams of success. Here's your host, actress, author, entrepreneur, Nadia Sahari.
Woo! Here we are. Another great show coming your way. This is Nadia Sahari with the Nadia Sahari Show. How's everyone doing? My show is about dreamers. We are dreamers, all of us. We dream of writing a book. We dream of being in a movie. Want a record label if we have a great song. And we love business, entrepreneurship. That's me. I'm all of those things. And I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. That's my problem. What I do is I invite guests who will share their secrets, their journey, and their challenges, and how they did it, how they became successful, what they're doing to maintain that success. And today, my guest is an author. She's in the process of writing her book. Her book is going to be really funny. It's really going to be a great book. She's a writer. She is an award-winning writer. She's a professional blogger and consults in public relations and social media. So she's got quite a few things going on, like me. See, a lot of us have a lot of things. We're multitaskers, especially we women. I want to introduce to you my guest today, writer and author Susan Hartzler. Welcome, Susan.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. I'm glad. Thank you. You are writing your book, in which I mentioned. However, before we go there, I would like to start from when you were a little girl. Inspiration to be a writer when you were a little girl, or what was it at the time?
You know what? This is a great question.
Okay.
My third grade teacher, Mrs. Ring, I wrote this story in third grade about having brains in your pinky. So ever since the third grade, I've always wanted to be a writer.
Wow, that is fabulous. I got to share something with you that I was writing in third grade too. I was writing poetry. So you were inspired in third grade, and then take us on your journey.
Originally, I went to college to become a teacher. My mother was a teacher. My grandmother was a teacher. But while I was in college, I was drawn to the journalism department and writing, and I'd always wanted to be a writer. So I switched careers and got into journalism, and I was the first female sports writer for my college newspaper, the Daily Aztec at San Diego State. Guess what my motivation was?
What?
To get into the men's locker room.
Oh, no.
But then they put me on women's sports. So anyway, I got to learn to write. That was worth it. And then from there, I got an internship during college at the CBS affiliate in San Diego. Mm-hmm. And I worked there for 3 years. And then it's just been a series of doing all sorts of different writing. So I've written for TV, I've written for the radio. And then I got into public relations, and I've been doing that for quite a few years. But my heart always was with, I always wanted to write a book. I always wanted to do something more substantial. I started to write this book like 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I think I'm on my final draft. And and I've had 2 short stories from the book published in major books. So one was in The Divinity of Dogs, which is a really great book for anybody that likes dogs. Mm-hmm. And another was Women and the Dogs Who Love Them. So I've already had 2 short stories from the book in other major books. And then I also won 2 writing awards with stories. I won one from the Dog Writers Association of America, the Angel on the Leash Award, and the other from... I have a Pulitzer Prize, P-A-W.
Yes, I got it.
From the city of Carmel.
That's
so that
cute.
Was fun.
That is cute.
Yeah.
You titled your book Sleeps with Dogs. Is there a reason for that? What is the reason behind that title?
Absolutely. There is a good reason. I have discovered that I'm a really good judge of character when it comes to dogs. I always have really great dogs, but I'm not very good at judging men. So the book takes you on my journey between the dogs in my life and the men in my life. The thing that makes my book different, and I'm not giving anything away here, is that the happy ending is I learned to love myself.
Aww.
So there's no happy ending with me getting married and having a family.
Aww.
It's a happy ending of loving myself and appreciating my journey.
Great, great revelation. And that is a very hard thing for all of us to do, is to love ourselves.
Yep.
And you have to be careful. You get to love yourself and you feel wonderful and all that, and you're going to have people trying to drag you back down, and don't let them. Just make sure you stay on that path, because that path will definitely take you to your destiny.
Oh, thank you. I hope so.
You're welcome. It will, because
I'm like you. I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up.
Yeah, no, I'm having that problem. I've had that problem for a lot of years.
I think that makes a really good entrepreneur, though, because like you said, in order to have a life anymore, we don't have these jobs that we have for 30, 40 years.
Right.
You have to really sort of do a little bit of everything, put that together, and that's how you make a living.
I'm kind of having fun doing this. I'm having fun doing other things, and if the money comes, it comes, Whatever happens, happens. It'll be because that is what I'm destined to have. I love acting, and I've done that, and I'm an author. I'm a published author of 3 books. And
wow, that's so cool.
We'll be right back with Susan Hartzler.
Yay!
And we're back with Susan Hartzler, writer, who is going to be an author real soon with her book, Sleeps with Dogs.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Well, you also mentioned your dog, Seven, I believe was his name. I'm doing this off of my memory here, who is an actor and a model. Is that right?
Yes. So this is a very funny story. Another one of my dreams forever. I'm a big-time dog lover.
Uh-huh.
And I always wanted to get, to train dogs, to train my dogs to do all sorts of cool things and get them on TV somehow.
Uh-huh.
So years ago, I got this Australian Shepherd. Her name was Bliss, and she was just beautiful. When she was a puppy, I lived in LA at the time, and we went to a lot of different events, like red carpet events, and Bliss would go with me. And at one, these people came up to me and said, "We want to be your dog's agent." And I was just like, "Yeah, I'm sure you do," because she was so beautiful. She did all these tricks. She was hilarious. And she'd walk into a room like, "I'm here. Take a look at me." So I signed up with them. And what they do is called La Paz. So they train the owners to be trainers, because in the industry, the dogs don't make the money. The trainers make the money. So I had to train Bliss to do certain things at studio. They have to be able to do certain things like go on their mark and do a sit and a down from far away and that type of thing. But before she died, I got this other dog, Seven, and I hadn't even told my agent. And the first month that I had him, she got him a job just by taking the picture I posted of him on my Facebook.
I know that.
And she said, so his first job was for Crocs shoes, and he's done a bunch of other things. Just, they're just not enough to quit my day job, but, we make anywhere from $300 for the day to $1,200 for the day. It just depends on what it is and what they're doing and how long it is. And
that's great.
And he's also a therapy dog. We visit kids in the hospital.
Oh, that's nice. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And he's running for president.
And he's running for president.
Is he independent?
No, he's with the puppy party.
Oh,
he's
okay.
a candidate on the puppy party.
Okay, I like that. Okay, puppy party. Yeah, that's what I belong to. Forget the rest of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the way I came up with that is I'm a news junkie, and I was so depressed about what's going on in the world.
Yes.
And I thought, what can I do to make a difference?
Yes.
And I just decided to run him for president. And now every time I see someone and I give them the card and they laugh, that's what it's all about. It's about, bringing a little bit of joy to where
that's right.
Everybody's a little bit intense right now. So.
That's right. And that's why I did what I am doing. I thought, what can I do to make people happy or to feel happy? So I came up with Let's Happy Talk.
Oh, that's perfect.
Do you like it?
I love it. Yeah.
Well, that's what the name of the show is.
Oh, that's what the world needs more of, I think.
I watch Frasier on Cozy TV, and that dog Eddie is incredible.
Oh, he was amazing.
Oh my gosh, the things that dog was trained to do. He's on cue at the right time, doing the right thing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I actually got to see him once at an event.
Oh.
And he was working the crowd, and the trainer would have him go up behind someone, and he'd put his head right on their shoulders. It was amazing. That dog was amazing.
Amazing.
Kevin's not that good.
Oh.
But I do have a funny bliss story of one time when we went a black tie or a red carpet event.
Uh-huh.
And she used to do this. She would jump in my arms. If I said, "Show me you love me," she'd jump in my arms. So on the way out, the camera crew wanted her to do some of her stuff, including the jumping in my arms. And it was on the red carpet, so there were still people coming in. And so here she is on the red carpet with all these celebrities walking in. And she had eaten a lot of goodies at the party. So she finished all of her things, and then she threw up right there on camera. Just missed Andrew Dice Clay's new boots. So.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, good thing. Those boots are probably very expensive.
I know, right? So that was a funny story. But really, the funniest thing about doing it is, the agent tells me, Seven's got to jump in a car with someone, blah, 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 or whatever she tells me. And then I get there and it's totally different what they want the dog to do. The real key is thinking fast on your feet. And I'll give you an example. Mm-hmm. So Seven did a commercial for, what was it for? Oh, it was for Simple Green. And they wanted him in the car. And I said, he gets in the car. Mm-hmm. No, they wanted him to ride in the car with his head sticking out the window. Well, I hadn't taught him that because they didn't say that.
Right.
So I was standing there going, how am I going to get him to do it? And I said, okay, go up and down the street, because they didn't need the background to change radically. They just were focusing on the dog.
Yes.
I said, go up and down the street, and I'll jump up and down. I'll go, cross the street and jump up and down, and he'll look out the window. So there I was, I know the street, jumping up and down, going, yay, Seven!
What did he do?
He didn't. I jumped up and down, and he looked out the window. So
wow, that worked.
But that's the whole key.
For a minute, I thought you were going to tell me he jumped out of the window.
No, he just stuck his head out like, huh?
Where are you? What are you doing over there, Mommy?
Yeah. So that's the real key for, anybody if they get their dog in anything, is you got to think quick on your feet, because it's going to be something that necessarily train the dog to do by the time you get there. Things have changed. Right. The other thing you have to be careful of is in Hollywood, they don't make decisions like a week in advance. You might get your call time at midnight the night before, and you have to be there at 6 in the morning.
Right.
So you just have to wait and be patient.
It's true.
You know that from acting. Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes, they want you to audition one day, and the next day you're on set.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I know. You get really nervous about it.
Yeah. So you're going to get your book published. It's not finished yet, but you're planning to get it published, and you need an agent.
Yes, I do. I need an agent who wants to work with a new writer, Gloria Vanderbilt, who just passed away.
She's 95 years old.
Yeah. I saw some interesting things about her. Someone who knew her said, they knew her through good times and through bad times. And I would never thought that she had any bad times. She just always seemed so positive and so creative and stuff. And I thought, okay, that's true. That's what life is. It's the good and the bad. It's taking it all.
That's right. And in life, a lot of us, we don't show our mishaps or our sadness or anything. We don't talk about it. and we keep it to ourselves behind our closed doors. If it gets out there, it gets out there. But for the most part, I think most people try to keep everything behind their closed door. And then when something changes from what people have seen, they're in shock, just like you were with Gloria Vanderbilt.
Yes. Well, and I knew that she lost a son and stuff, but still, it's, you look up to certain people and you think, oh, they've got it all, but everybody has to go through the good and the bad. It's just...
That's the way it is. We all have it.
Yes, yeah.
And everything in life, I've learned as I got older, everything in life has the opposite going on. There is nothing sure-cut one way. It's either love or hate, right or wrong, sin and perfection, and no one is perfect but Jesus Christ. So we're all not perfect. We all do things we shouldn't do or say things we shouldn't say, and there's the winners and the losers. There's always an opposite, and so good and bad. That's the way it is. Life and death. There's always something. There's opposition in everything. I've learned that as I've gotten older. I don't let things get to me anymore, because whatever I have to deal with that day, I'm going to deal with, and I try to deal with it in a positive way, because otherwise I'm stressed out.
And that's the big one, is trying to keep the stress at bay,
Yes, keep it down.
Because you're like me too. We're creating our own work, but it does sometimes get stressful to get, make your rent and do everything you have to do. You have to keep a positive attitude as much as possible.
Always. And that's why I started this show, to give us all a positive attitude and to hear what other people are doing to be happy. What makes everybody happy? Everyone has something every day that makes them happy. Everyone. And we also have things every day that make us sad. And that's just the way life is. We're not happy all day and all night.
Well, that's what I love about dogs, is they really live in the moment, and they really seem to be happy all the time, Just our unconditional love and the best. I just love.
Dogs are wonderful. I love dogs. I love all animals, but I'm a cat girl. I love cats, but cats for me are the same. They are so peaceful, and they sleep during the day, but when they want love, depending on how you train them, they'll come and they'll meow and they'll soothe your soul, because they're purring and it just relaxes you. And my cats, I love them. And my cats, when I was stressed in the past, one of them, at least my shadow, he used to know when I was hurting, and he would come up on my shoulder and rub his cheeks on my cheek and go, and purr, trying to find out what's wrong to comfort me from crying. I know.
So
I know. They're beautiful.
I never heard of a cat do that.
Oh, yeah. This cat was amazing. He followed me everywhere. He was like a dog.
He was like a therapy cat.
Yeah.
This is what I always say, the difference between cats and dogs. You can own a dog, but a cat decides whether it will stay with you or not.
Yeah. That's what I love about cats, too, is they're independent. And they take care of themselves. I have too much to take care of.
It's true. They are much more independent than dogs. But there's nothing like having
But I love dogs. But I love them.
Looking at you like, you're God. You could do everything for me.
What advice would you give someone out there who wants to be a writer, or write a book about dogs, or write a book about something that's special in their life? What advice would you have for them to start something like that? Or to continue with that and not to give up?
Well, I would say a couple of things. One is to read a lot. So if you want to be a writer, you have to read a lot. You have to like to learn words and learn how other people write. That really helps with writing.
Yes.
And the other thing I'd say is to just write. I saw years ago that blogs were becoming a big thing. So I just said I need to add that into my skill set. And I thought out learning how to do it, because it's a totally, especially if you write the blogs for SEO, it's a totally different way to write. So I set out to teach myself, and I've had a client. I've been blogging for this one client since 2012. But really, the best thing to do if you want to be a writer is to just start writing. Keep a journal, start writing, and read. those are the things.
And which author in your life that you've read mostly influenced you in your writing?
Well, different authors at different times in my life. But right now, because I'm doing a memoir, so I'm really into Mary Karr, who I don't know how she does it. She just writes about the past, but also blending it into her now, blending into what she was doing at the time of writing it. And that's really hard to do. So I really like her. And then there's some really good memoir books of different authors have written things on how to write a memoir. So if you're interested in writing memoir, there's a lot of stuff out there. And one of the best ones is Stephen King on writing. So that's
I have that. Writing Well. That's one. On Writing Well.
And then of course there's Mary Karr, and there's tons of different writing books that you should get. There's Creating Character Arcs, which is a new one that I'm reading right now, and it's by K.M. Wieland, The Art of Memoir, Mary Karr. So that's another good one. And then there's several short sentences about writing, which is by Verilyn Klinkenboe. So she's really great. And then, of course, my favorite is Louise Hay. I have to read her every day to get moving. So.
Yes, I'm familiar with her. Well, good for you. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of the path that you're going to, and that you have learned to love yourself, and that you're doing good things for you, and you're having fun with your dogs. You're writing a book. That is wonderful. And
yeah,
I know. I think it's great. And I'm so glad that you came on my show. Let me ask you, how can my listeners connect with you?
Well, there's a few. I have 2 websites. One is for 7 Running for President, and it's called Love, L-U-V, my.dog. So it's not a .com, it's a .dog.
Okay.
So you can write to me through there.
Okay.
Or my business website is alphadogpr.com.
Oh,
so that's where I have the blogging and the social media and the press release writing and that type of thing.
Oh, cool. Okay. And you are on Facebook too, right?
Yes, I'm on Facebook. 7's on Instagram, 7 for president. It's 7_4_president. You'll see all the different things he does in his bid for the presidency.
Cool.
Fun with that. That's just a fun thing.
Good for you. Susan, thank you so much for being on my show. I'm so glad, and we'll have you come back after you get your book published and everything. We'll promote your book. Yay! Good. You keep on doing the good thing. Keep on doing your good stuff, and spread the love and the happiness. We need it right now.
We do. Thank you so much. I really had a lot of fun.
Me too. Thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless you too.
That was Susan Hartzler, writer, professional writer, and blogger. And you can reach her at alphadogpr.com. That is good. Her book, Sleeps with Dogs, will be out soon. She'll have it published. It is by choice and not by chances that we change our circumstances. My memoir, Breakaway, The Road to Freedom. Now available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and anywhere books are sold. And thank you so much for joining me here on the Nadia Sahari Show. All of you have a happy time and a lovely time, and God bless you all.
Thanks for tuning in with Nadia and her guests. For more info, episodes, and connection, please visit our website, thenadiasaharishow.com. Share episodes with your friends. Follow us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Instagram, and most importantly, never give up. Live your dream.